Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and we are here tonight for a very special video. This is going to be my Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach impressions video after watching the trailer, which debuted tonight at the PlayStation 5 conference. I think it was called a PlayStation 5 Showcase, and this was an event for the latest PlayStation 5 news. They actually announced the launch date and price of the PlayStation 5, so if you are interested in checking that out and seeing a host of really cool looking games, you can go and check it out. I will leave a link to the PlayStation channel below so you can go and see that. But one of these game announcements was actually Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Obviously, we have been waiting for about a year for some kind of footage from this game. We have been obviously getting teasers on Scott Games' website, and these teasers have mostly comprised of concept art and the like. We also had some hints dropped, of course, in updates for Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, where we found Vanny's mask. Of course, Vanny is the disciple of Glitchtrap, and she's going to be the one who is kidnapping kids and obviously the main antagonist of this new game, as you will see in the trailer very shortly. So we did get that in Help Wanted, but apart from that, it's been very quiet, and everyone's been saying, well, it's still meant to come out this year, so where is this game? Are we ever going to get to see it, actual footage from it? Well, that actually happened today at the PlayStation 5 event. What you're going to see is PlayStation 5 footage, so it's actually a very visually pleasing looking game, as you will see in a minute. I keep sort of yakking, I'm quite excited, guys. We're going to dive into this. I'm going to show you the trailer in full, and then afterwards I'm going to give a little breakdown, but also sort of my impressions and what I think of this. And then tomorrow I'll be bringing you a full written analysis where I examine every frame of the trailer and sort of break it down as usual on this channel, so do stay tuned for that. But without further ado, guys, let me throw over to the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together? It won't happen again. It was just a glitch.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
Okay guys, so that was the trailer, and what a trailer it was. It didn't show much in the way of animatronics. Of course, we did have posters dotted about the place showing off some of the glam rock animatronics, like Glam Rock Chica, Glam Rock Freddy, Montgomery, of course the alligator, but we didn't see them in the flesh. We got a short shot of Vanny at the end of the trailer, finally get to see her in game in her creepy rabbit costume, which looked really kind of sinister, and obviously we heard Vanny talking as well to a child called Gregory. Now, I don't know if this means that Gregory is going to be the character we are looking to save as the sort of female security guard in this game, or perhaps if Gregory is just one of many children that has been kidnapped by Vanny, and perhaps we are trying to rescue many different children who are all sort of stowed away in different places around this sort of shopping mall. I just don't know. But at the moment, we do know that one of the characters, one of the child characters, is going to be called Gregory, and obviously Vanny does say at one point that she's obviously scared him away by having some kind of temper tantrum by getting angry with him, and she said it's just a glitch, so she blames her behavior, like her bad behavior, on a glitch, which is obviously Glitchtrap's virus sort of trapped inside her, corrupting her mind, as we saw in Help Wanted. What's interesting about that is it does make it seem like Gregory will be on the run inside this mall, and that he is not currently trapped and sort of caged by Vanny, which means that it must be our job as the security girl in this game to try and locate Gregory and save her before Vanny kills him. Now, one other thing that was interesting before I throw over to my impressions of how this looked and sort of felt to me, is that we heard a voice, a very deep voice, that sounded very much like Freddy Fazbear to me. I don't know what you guys thought, which might have been Glam Rock Freddy, and he was talking to Gregory at the end, and I'll just play that again for you so you guys can hear that.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
So it seems like potentially the Glamrock animatronics, at least some of them, at least Freddy's character in this game, are going to be helping Gregory and trying to sort of protect him from Vanny, which would be a very interesting way to go. We've never really seen something like that done in Five Nights at Freddy's games before, at least not mainline ones. So I'm going to dive into this in more detail in the analysis video I'll be bringing you sometime tomorrow, guys. This is my preliminary, like, first impressions. I've just watched it, obviously, at the PlayStation event, and I'm now making this video for you. But that stuff's all very, very interesting. Now, elsewhere in this trailer, we also got some really kind of cool looks at some of the environments that we will be exploring in this game. And again, I don't know if this is a VR-based game or if it's going to be just sort of like, you know, controller, sort of keyboard mouse type thing. It looks like it may not be VR based because they didn't make any mention of VR at all, and if that is the case, it might be a free roam Five Nights at Freddy's, which would be the first, to my kind of memory, free roam Five Nights at Freddy's game that's ever been made if we don't count fan games. That's really, really exciting. Anyway, some of these environments looked really cool. The first environment I want to look at, guys, is this warehouse. It's really dingy and sort of looks like the lower levels of the shopping mall. It's either going to be the first environment we enter as we go into the shopping mall, perhaps we sneak in through the sort of warehouse, or it's going to be one of the final areas, I think, where we have to sort of go down into the depths to try and rescue the children that Vanny has kidnapped. Now, what's more interesting is when we go to environment number 2, and this one is some kind of kitchen area, some kind of service area, perhaps in one of the restaurants in the mall. It's all very normal looking. Creepy but normal looking, until we pull back and see this really weird animatronic clown thing with red eyes that are sort of like watching us as we kind of pull back here, and it's climbing on top of the shelves above the kitchen units, and it just looks really creepy. So this is obviously one of Vanny's helpers, perhaps an animatronic she has designed herself, or perhaps just another rogue Fazbear animatronic, and probably aiding her, capturing the children for her, I imagine, and just generally causing us a headache as we try to rescue Gregory. But it just looks really, really creepy. I don't know what you guys make of this thing. It looks like it's got like a big smile on its face as well, and it reminds me a little bit of a deformed version of like BB or something, some kind of like little boy kind of clown-like enemy. It's kind of reminiscent as well of the kind of enemies that we saw in One Night at Flumpty's or something like that, you know, one of the fan games, but certainly a creepy addition to the franchise for sure. And then in the next shot, we sort of pull back from this sort of lit room. It's kind of like a sort of arcade room or something. We pull back across the shopping mall, across the sort of Megaplex, whatever it is, and we can see like cutouts of obviously Glamrock Freddy and Montgomery, the alligator, and it just looks like a really cool like neon lit environment, really visually striking, and just shows how big these environments are going to be. Like, there's going to be some major exploring in this game. It's not going to be the little mini games like we got in Help Wanted. It's actually going to be exploring, doing mission objectives, and really kind of like having this big environment to sort of look around in. And I seem to remember that Scott said something about the development of this game, about it being the most ambitious and biggest undertaking of any Five Nights at Freddy's game yet. And these environments really show a glimpse of what he was talking about there with that statement. And then finally, we pull back through the entrance to this giant like shopping arcade. We see this golden statue of Glamrock Freddy singing. So this is obviously like a Fazbear owned shopping mall, and probably the one, to be fair, that we saw at the end of Help Wanted. If you remember, we saw sort of glimpsed that little look at the under construction shopping mall that came with an update to Help Wanted around, I think, Christmas time of last year. This is obviously that completed mall by Fazbear Entertainment. That's all there is to really say. We do obviously get that shot of Vanny as well as she appears attacking us, and we get to see her red eyes kind of glowing in the darkness. That looks really creepy. We don't get a proper look at the animatronics yet. We don't get a proper look at Vanny yet. We've seen the concept art of all of them, of course, before, but I guess Scott wants to keep some things under wraps. And obviously the launch of this game is coming fairly soon. It's running on PS5. Usually when a game is made on PC, they optimize for console towards the end of development, at least with my limited knowledge of how games development works, which means this game should be coming, I would say, within the next 3 or 4 months. Scott has previously said it's aiming for a 2020 launch, so I would not be surprised to see this game launch on November 12th alongside the PS5 this year, although that is not confirmed, guys. I'm just speculating there. So what were my thoughts on this trailer overall? Well, I think it's very visually impressive. I think it has a lot of potential with a free roam, which I wasn't actually expecting the whole thing to look like it's going to be free roam. And we've had a tease of some new enemy types and a story that might incorporate the animatronics to be friendly allies rather than just, you know, these things that chase you and try and jump scare you the whole time. I think this looks really good, and I think it's lived up to the hype It's been a lot of hype. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's finally here, and you know what? I think it looks really, really good. So I hope you guys are excited for it as well. Now this is coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 and PC when it launches. It is exclusive to start with for PlayStation, kind of like Help Wanted was, but it will be coming to other consoles around 3 or 4 months after the first release. So I think all that's left to say for this video is a massive congratulations to Steel Wool Studios. They've done a fantastic job with this. Scott Cawthon as well, of course, continuing that FNAF series in interesting ways as always. So massive congrats to Scott as well. And I would like to know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of this reveal? Are you happy with it? Obviously the game's coming fairly soon, I would imagine, so we shouldn't have to wait for too long to see more of it. But it's just awesome to finally have it revealed, and what an opportunity to get to show it at a PlayStation 5 launch event. I mean, that is huge for the franchise and will no doubt bring a massive amount of new people to Five Nights at Freddy's to check it out for the first time, which is always nice to see. With that said, guys, I'm going to leave you for now. I will be bringing you a more detailed analysis video tomorrow, so do stay tuned for that. But I'm going to go and edit this and then get some sleep for tonight. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe if you did, and I will see you all on the next one.